我找姑娘个路见机，我找姑姐个路见茶，莫内曾个姑贴个大。贴头老我都能包大，姑我没鸟，姑要讨地，你都见机，贴都见茶。寂寞努他，寂寞努根。vì do nên sao cụ thi cơ kia cụ thọ qua trao cụ ni có lu xe rong ni do luôn tu cụ chỉ có do đầy ni do gió xia cụ chỉ có do gió ba lo ba tháng ga nu nó cụ thiệt chân nắng cho lu do lo qua tu nâng gió lu nè lu chỉ lần lo tu giàu lo ô rong khao rong đầy giá cho có chỉ nhỏ khó nhà chỉ thăng ga cụ thọ qua trao cụ ni có lu xe rong ni do luôn tu cụ chỉ có do đầy ni do gió xia cụ chỉ có do gió ba lo ba tháng ga nu nó cụ thiệt chân nắng cho lu do lo nó qua tu nâng gió lu nè lu chỉ lần lo tu giàu lo ô rong khao rong đầy giá cho có chỉ nhỏ khó nhà chỉ thăng ga lo ô rong khao rong đầy giá cho có chỉ nhỏ khó nhà chỉ thăng ga lo ô rong khao rong đầy giá cho có chỉ nhỏ khó nhà chỉ thăng ga lo ô rong khao rong đầy giá cho.
Graduates, you may be seated. Good evening and welcome to our graduation ceremony for the St. Paul Public Schools Online High School Class of 2025. Before we begin tonight, could you please just take a moment and ensure your cell phones are in silent mode? Thank you. I'm Jeff Bush, Principal of St. Paul Public Schools Online Programming, and we're excited to welcome students, staff, family, friends, and community members to celebrate the accomplishments of the Class of 2025. Their perseverance and hard work has allowed them each to reach this destination, and we are proud to be here tonight to send them off on their next journey. This year marks the completion of our 4th year as an online high school at SPPS. And these 86 graduates will be the largest graduating class to date. It is also a special night as we have our first graduates who have been with us for the entire high school journey. If you have been in the online high school for all 4 years of your high school education, could you please stand now so we can give you a round of applause? Seniors, you can sit now. Seniors, you chose to complete your high school education as a virtual learner, and we're proud of you. Tonight, you graduate from high school and take the skills and knowledge you have acquired for a future job, technical or trade school, community college, or four-year university as the next steps in your adult life. No matter where you came from, what obstacles you faced to get here, or what comes next, you are a graduate of the class of 2025, and you have been resilient, determined, and persevered to achieve your goal. You've taken whatever challenge is put in your way, and you went under it, over it, or through it to complete your journey. Your families, your teachers, and the St. Paul Public Schools community are so proud of your accomplishments. To all the families and friends that are here with us tonight, and to those who could not be here in person, or those who are thinking of our graduates, as they celebrate this moment, thank you for your time, patience, and tenacity to help your students complete high school. Your encouragement and support help these young adults meet their goal. Many may not admit it, but they wouldn't be here without you. Parents and guardians, could you please stand at this time so we could acknowledge your part in this whole process? Finally, a few words of advice for our seniors. Believe in yourselves. You're braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. Live the life of your dreams. Be brave enough to live the life of your dreams according to your vision and purpose instead of the expectations and opinion of others. Class of 2025, congratulations. At this time, could you please rise for our Star Spangled Banner?
Good evening. My name is Dr. Adam Kunz, Assistant Superintendent of St. Paul Public Schools. Students, staff, families, and community members, thank you for being here as we celebrate St. Paul Online Schools Class of 2025. I would also like to introduce one other guest and welcome Dr. Stacy Stanley, the Superintendent of St. Paul Public Schools. One of the amazing facts about the class of 2025 is that there's an estimated 3.9 million high school graduates, making it potentially the largest high school graduating class ever recorded. So tonight, not only will you be making personal history and family history walking across this stage, but as one of 3.9 million graduates, you will also be making national history. Now, you may be, yeah, all right, come on. You may be thinking, I'm one of 3.9 million? While that's true, I want you to remember you are the one who did the hard work to reach the seat that you're sitting in today. You are the one who studied those long hours. You did the homework, you learned the economics, you passed that chemistry test, and you studied for that final art project, and you did so much more to be in this seat tonight. While you may be one of 3.9 million, we are celebrating you and your accomplishments as you graduate here tonight. As you look around this big room at your friends and your fellow graduates, your teachers, and your principal, I want you to think about two things. One, what will you remember most about them? And two, what do you want them to remember about you? Some of the memories may be happy, some may be funny, and some may be things that you'd rather forget. All of these people and these memories that you share with them will forever be a part of your high school experience, and shape who you are in both big ways and in small. The question I really want you to think about is the second one. What do you want your classmates, your teachers, your friends to remember about you? Is it a specific moment, an award, an accomplishment, your unique sense of style? Or is it something more than that? My hope for all of you is that you were able to be your authentic self. Maybe not with everyone, but that you had at least one classmate, one teacher, a staff member who was able to see the real you. That person, your authentic self, the real you, is the person who is graduating tonight. And there is no one who should be prouder of that person than you. So on behalf of St. Paul Public Schools, congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Assistant Superintendent Coons. SPPS Online.
Graduates of SPPS Online Class of 2025, my name is Carlo Franco, and I am a proud graduate of St. Paul Public Schools, Humboldt High School Class of 2013. And today I am here and proud to bring you congratulations on behalf of the St. Paul Public Schools Board of Education. I am so honored to celebrate this milestone with you, your classmates, teachers, administrators, and family members. And while I may not know each of you personally, as I look out into the class of 2025 tonight, I see a lot more than a sea of caps and gowns. What I see is what those caps and gowns truly represents. What I see are the lessons that you've learned in and outside of the classroom, virtual classroom, the challenges that you faced, the fun that you've had, and the accomplishments that you've worked so hard to achieve. What I see is that you are all brilliant, that you are all strong, resilient, intelligent, and most of all, you are ready for whatever awaits you after you cross the stage today. How, you may ask, how do I know that you're ready? I know that you're ready, not only because of what I see in you, but because of all of the other people that I see here today in the space with us all. Your teachers, parents, guardians, family members, your support staff, friends, coaches, administrators. All of these people have poured their time and energy into making sure that you have what you need and that you're ready for what comes next. So, graduates, let's take a second and join me in thanking all of them for all they've poured into you. So, after you leave this space tonight and put away those caps and gowns, I have no doubt that you will be ready to meet whatever challenges come your way. And right now, it is so important. You all are what makes our city, our community, and our country great. Keep pushing boundaries, keep seeking knowledge, and above all, keep believing in yourselves. You all have the power to change the world, and I truly believe that. We all need your leadership in this moment, and I truly look forward to the difference that each of you will make. To the class of 2025, congratulations, and no matter what you do next, please know that St. Paul Public Schools will always have your back. Congratulations.
We have a couple of student speakers tonight. They're going to come up and share some wisdom to you. And I always enjoy these more than anything else of the graduation ceremony because they come from your peers. They come from people who have lived through this experience. And so I know they're going to have some words of wisdom. So Sincere Mason and Yasmin Hassan, could you please come forward and share a couple words with us?
Since the beginning of my journey, life has been filled with lessons, challenges, and moments that shaped me into who I am today. When I look out and reflect on my life, I had a whole lot of highs, but I've also been through a lot of lows. I realize I've been through a lot of rough times, but also a lot of good ones. I remember nights when I was overwhelmed, staring at assignments I didn't understand, feeling like I'd never get through it. I've had moments where I questioned if I was enough, but through it all, there's always been one thing I felt in my heart. Keep going, keep striving. It's our choice to live our life the best way we can, to do everything we can to be proud of ourselves. So with every choice we make, I want you to ask yourself, are you gonna be proud of this decision? Are you proud of the direction you're going in? Are you proud of the goals you've set? Let's be real for a second. We survived group projects where one person did all the work. We powered through tests we didn't study for and managed to pass, sometimes by a miracle. And don't even get me started on science. It's real, and it is hard. But here's the thing, we made it, together. As I stand here today with the graduating class of 2025, I'll look out and see a sea of people who should be proud of themselves. Because I'm proud of you, I'm proud of myself, and you should be proud of yourself. We've grown in ways we never could imagine. We learned more than textbooks could teach about ourselves, about each other, about life. So from this moment on, let's continue to live our life that way, doing the best we can for everyone around us. Because if we came this far, just imagine how far we'll go. Thank you, and congrats to the class of 2025.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It is an honor to speak on behalf of our class today, and thank you all for making the time to support your graduate and celebrate this incredible milestone with us. Before I go any further, I want to share a personal story so you guys can understand why this night is so meaningful to me. Everyone's journey is different, and mine started as a little black girl in Turkey being denied access to education. I remember the confusion, the frustration, the hurt, knowing I was being denied something so fundamental and feeling powerless to change it. And at that moment, my dreams felt unreachable, and I always felt like the black sheep, literally. And after years of struggle in Turkey, my mother made the brave decision to bring us to America. We left behind our neighborhood, our friends, and our memories, all because she believed we deserved a chance. Coming to America was a big cultural shock because of the diversity and the access to education here. And when I stepped foot into my first classroom here, I was met with something I have never experienced before. I was met with so much diversity and community, and for the first time in my life, I found a true sense of belonging. Education is our shared experience that brings us together, and no child should be excluded from that. I want everyone in this room to understand how privileged we are to be in this present moment. And to my fellow classmates, I know sometimes we feel frustrated or overwhelmed with schoolwork, but there are 8 billion kids out there who would sacrifice everything to sit in the chair you're sitting in right now. And the reality for me and a lot of students is that education is the only way we know to get out of poverty and to make a name for ourselves. And for us, education is more than just learning. It is our hope, our opportunity, and our freedom. I know a lot of my classmates can agree that starting high school online was not something we envisioned, but further down the road, it was something. The 4 years I attended SPPS Online were the most important and transformative years of my life. I flourished as a person, but I grew as a person. I learned compassion, the importance of perspective, and self-awareness. And I find so many similarities with my classmates, like the shared experience of wearing pajamas and snacking while being in class, or the same frustration we have every time someone says online school isn't real. But most importantly, I share the dedication and the discipline we have to show up every day and succeed. My teachers were my biggest support system here. They always went above and beyond for me, and I want to take a moment to thank those teachers who mentored and who shaped me to be the woman that I am today. Miss Bell, Miss Raven, Miss Schmitz, and Miss Pine, thank you for believing in me, for pushing me, and caring in ways that went beyond the classroom. And to my parents, tonight you're graduating with me. Every sacrifice you made brought me to this present moment, and I will never forget that. And to the class of 2025, although our stories may be different, today we share something special. Today we walk away holding our diplomas close and dear to our hearts because we know it is something that no one can take away from us. And as we leave here tonight, let us remember this. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Congratulations to the class 2025.
Ms. Raven was selected by the class of 2025 as our faculty speaker this evening. Ms. Raven has taught English language arts at the online high school from day one and also worked directly with our seniors as one of their crew advisors. We're excited to have Ms. Raven share some final words and celebrations and encouragement to the class of 2025.
Well, if the students can do this, I can too. So, all right, good evening. I'm Miss Raven, and I'm really honored that the class of 2025 asked me to speak at their night of celebration. So the class of 2025, you are incredibly special to SPPS Online because you are the first class that started as 9th graders when the school opened. And it takes courage and a leap of faith to enter a school that looks different than the traditional brick and mortar school we are accustomed to. I am proud and grateful to each of you for choosing a school that is different from the norm because it works better for you. In the world of online teaching and learning, we are definitely unique. Sometimes I'll be talking in class and nobody responds. In-person teachers have the same struggle, only online, I can't see you, and I have no idea if you are listening. And then I ask, can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Hello, are you here? Get out of bed, I need you to focus today. Or, we need proof of life. Respond, please. Class of 2025, give me some proof of life right now by giving your teachers a round of applause for constantly making sure you are alive on the other side of the screen. So our unique online phrases continue with, how many times has your teacher said, OMG, I was talking and on mute the whole time? Or, turn off that TV, please. Drop your answers in the chat. Do you need a breakout room? Take a screenshot. Camera's on. And then you drop things like BRB or AFK in the chat. By the way, we prefer BRB. I promise our teacher brains pause to interpret AFK. And for parents who are confused, that means away from keyboard. I love it when a student says, I'm just gonna talk, it's too much to type. Yes, please talk. All of your teachers prefer you to just unmute and talk to us. You see, online, we get a special glimpse into your home life as you get one into ours. With phrases like, sorry about that, my cat walked across the keyboard. Or sorry, my dog is barking at the Amazon delivery truck. And my favorite, my DoorDash is here, Miss Raven, BRB. You don't even have to suffer through cafeteria food or leftovers in the fridge. You are a special generation. But you did not make it here alone or without struggles. How often did I hear you say, I'm just not motivated? Or, thanks for motivating me to keep going. I want to remind you that as you venture into life beyond school, that you don't accomplish things because of your motivation. You accomplish things because of your dedication, your work ethic, and your habits. You see, motivation is a feeling that often comes after the action is done. Not a single one of your assignments said, when you are motivated, do the following. And not a single boss will say, when you are motivated, come to work. Just show up, work hard, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And it'll serve you well to remember this. How often did I hear you say, I'm distracted, I need to focus? My suggestion was always the same. Put your phone in a different room while you work. You see, the phone is a challenge none of the adults in your life had to deal with during school. They might not even realize what a distraction it's been for you. Don't scroll your way to the end of the internet and forget to live your life. Put the phone away when you have things to accomplish. It will serve you well to remember this. See, technology changes so fast. As educators in the online world, we are struggling to keep up. AI dipped into the picture at the beginning of your junior year, and it exploded in your senior year. How often did I have to say, don't use AI? Use TI, teacher intelligence. Come to me when you are struggling. You see, having to write a speech is stressful, even for your teacher. I could have easily gone to ChatGPT and asked for a motivational speech, and then bam, my work would be done. And I would be up here reading hollow words that have zero emotional meaning. Instead, I spent weeks thinking about the speech, typing up ideas, deleting, and yes, waiting to feel motivated to get the job done. You see, the feeling of motivation is especially hard because at the end of the year, like many teachers, I was weighed down by the feeling of dragging students to passing grade. Motivation eluded me, and I'm being authentic. But don't skip the struggles and make life easier by only using artificial intelligence. You each have gifts and a brain that wants to be challenged. And it's okay when things are hard. It's okay when you're not motivated. And it's okay when you fail. Just show up, tap into your support system, and do the work anyway. See, I'm confident that AI is going to replace jobs in your future. But I'm also confident that if your generation shows up with strong habits, work ethic, and authenticity, we will be better off for it. So show up authentic, not artificial, and it'll serve you well to remember this. Finally, I want to circle back to 9th grade, when we spent the year looking at the 7 habits of highly effective teens. Now, there is a reason that this book, along with the 7 habits of highly effective people, has sold millions. And everything I told you then is just as important now. So habit 1, be proactive. You must take responsibility for your life and how things turn out. And whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation, ask yourself, how can I make things better? After all, your attitude is the only thing in this world you actually have control over. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Always create a 5-year plan. Even after college, create a bucket list of things you want to do in life. Without goals to guide you, you'll find yourself lost. And know that when it's time to look back on your life, you are proud of everything you did because you lived with no regrets. Habit 3, put first things first. Now, for some of you, this is the most challenging habit. We are all given 24 hours in a day, and how we choose to use them is what makes the difference. Habit 4, think win-win. Care about your success and the success of those around you. When you have a positive attitude and you inspire others, it's impossible not to be successful. And then habit 5, seek first to understand and then to be understood. Remember, leaders don't do all the talking. They take time to sincerely listen to others. Being a good listener is not only important as a leader, but it's important as a student, a son, a daughter, a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and especially as a parent. Habit 6, synergize. Celebrate the differences of those paths who will cross yours. Everyone has a strength. Look for those in people, whether it is school, sports, activities, your job, your family. Work together to achieve more. And last is habit 7, don't forget to sharpen the saw. When life gets busy with school and work and family, it's important that you take time to do what you love. Many people will say, I don't have the time. And that comes right back to us all having 24 hours in a day. How we choose to spend it makes all the difference. These habits will not fail you in life, and it'll serve you well to remember this. Congrats, students and families. Thank you for choosing SPPS Online. We are so proud of you.
High school diploma as determined by the state of Minnesota, St. Paul Public Schools, and SPPS Online. Director Vu, would you please come forward to podium to confirm our diplomas?
All right, graduates of SPPS Online. By the power invested in me, by the state of Minnesota, by the Board of Education, Independent School District 625, I hereby confer upon you the high school diploma with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Miss Bell, would you please come forward to do the roll call of our graduates as they come forward as well? That completes your high school journey. As we close this evening, I would like to thank you for your hard work and dedication to meet your high school diploma requirements, and also remind you this is one more step taken towards success for the rest of your lives. We know all of you are going to do some incredible things in your jobs, with your families, and to better society and your community. Don't let your educational journey end today. Continue to find ways to improve what you do to impact others positively. Family members, friends, staff, and distinguished guests, it's my pleasure and honor to present you to the class of 2025 of the St. Paul Public Schools Online High School.